Hey traders, this is Ron Haydad, Market Tamer. Happy Sunday. Hope you're having a fantastic weekend. As always, nothing in this presentation shall constitute a recommendation to buy or sell any security. Trading stocks and options involves risk and specific financial issues should always be addressed with your financial advisor. We'll kick off here with the Spiders ETF, the SPY, which I have a long-term bullish position in. They won all 5 days last week. The bulls were in charge, had a gap up Thursday, Friday doji, above all moving averages, gang, and we continue to be in this rising channel that I have noted here in brown. It's lower or higher highs and higher lows. Bulls have the edge. If we take a look at the DIA, which are your diamonds, the absolute high back on the 26th, closing high, I should say, 262.58. We're almost there. We're still just pennies away, another 60, 70 cents. The diamonds also look bullish. If we take a look at the Qs and NASDAQ land, they were down a little bit on Friday. They had sort of a mixed week, but still up on the week. They're also above all moving averages. They too are bullish. And then let's go take a look at the small caps, the IWM. Up a little bit. They're still clinging on to the 20-day EMA. They're bullish too. Taking a look at the VIX, back down to almost 12 even at 1207. That is bullish for the overall market. Now let's take a look at some individual stocks. I'll keep using 1-year daily charts. I'll review, Facebook, Apple, Google, Amazon here. Facebook, after breaking 170, the target zone is pretty much the lower 150s. Now, you could make an argument and say, well, the swing low from 2 weeks ago is at 160. We also had a bit of a hammer before earnings at 160. There was a little resistance here while it was chopping at 160. You get the point. Yes, 160 could be the support area, and so far it's slower to acting like that. The better zone is down here in the low 150s. For Facebook to make a turn, what I would want to see is getting back above the red line on at least average or above average volume. And the red line is the 20-day exponential moving average. Once we gapped down on earnings, we rallied up, couldn't get above it here on a closing basis. So that's the line in the sand, that red one that we need to get over. Google, it's been doing its little bear flag here, actually underneath the old resistance area. So this is still bearish. This is a bear flag. Target would be the 200-day moving average. Before Google would be viewed as, I would say, strongly bullish from a technical picture, not only would it have to get back above the 20-day EMA in red, also the institutional 50-day SMA in orange, we frankly need new highs. That's what it's going to take, because ever since we put in the bearish engulfing here, the top's been in, and now we're just, we're not exactly falling like a rock, but that July top with the bearish engulfing remains the top. Then taking a look at Amazon, still above its 20-day, down on Friday, but we held the 20-day in red back on the 10th, which would have been, Monday? If we break the red, go to the orange. Now, we close below the orange, that's the 50-day, that changes things. But still, Amazon looks bullish. Raytheon is a stock I commented about a couple days ago, and it popped up on Friday, got above the 200-day moving average in purple, and also closed above the previous little swing high here in July. So now the target's up around 214, 213, $10 higher, and then all the way up here. Now volume wasn't great on Friday, but it wasn't bad. It was just average. So what I would consider doing here is maybe the 20-day EMA as an end-of-day trailing stop. If this thing's going to start running, the 20-day should go up with it and give us a little bit of flexibility. Again, that is a paper trade, never real trades, always from an educational perspective. Here is PFG, which is Principal Financial Group. And I'm going to talk about Thor here in a second. PFG, pop up, a little bit of rise in volume, but what we see here is the stock was at 72.50, gets down to 52-ish, and we're just going sideways. And now we're starting to see a bit of a move. These types of, prolonged down moves, and then flat moves where the stock really can't be sunk anymore, that's base building. We would need to take out the previous swing high to show signs of life. We already have a higher low. So if you're following PFG from a technical perspective, this is starting to look promising right now. But again, I want to take out that previous swing high. If we take a look at Thor, THO, now they have earnings coming up on the 20th, which is Wednesday of this week. Long protracted downtrend. Lows are holding around 90, and we might get a chance here for some nice upside targets. So hopefully the stock doesn't just rip, go all the way up here or something on the earnings report. If we get a nice little pop up and it starts taking out swing highs, I could consider using the 20-day EMA as a trailing stop. And because this was pretty much straight down, there were only little itsy bitsy moves here. I guess low 120s, 122, 123. might be a target, and then it's all the way back up here. Now the 200-day is going to come into play, but it depends, if we gap above it, then we know once we clear this 122, 123, that's the target. My point is on PFG and THOR, long downtrends, now we're going sideways, support's holding. These things might be ready to turn higher, so keep an eye on them. Here's WDC. Let's try that again. Western Dig, I highlighted this a couple days ago. I said it might be soon coming to an end here because the sell-off just keeps going. We had bullish engulfing on Wednesday, but there's been no follow through and the volume wasn't that great. So yeah, bullish engulfing, it's not overly impressive. I still needed to get above the red line to at least show me some strength. And then XHB, which is the home builder ETF, we have a top here in June and a top in July. Essentially, there's also one here in April. I could make 3 tops there. Something above 42, even March, but even above 42, then the target gets up here. So 42 clears all these tops. Target is up there, just over 46, which could be as much as 10% higher. So we'll keep an eye on this one too. That's it, folks. I wish you guys a fantastic week ahead. I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Take care.